I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president.
Developing this morning, a leading Democratic congressman is questioning Donald Trump's presidency as Republicans work to undo the signature legislation of his predecessor. Dan, good morning.
Good morning, Cameron, and good morning, mid-Michigan. Temperatures right now in the upper teens to around 20 degrees. We'll let you know how warm it does manage to get tonight, or today, I should say, coming up in your first 1-5 hour-by-hour forecast.
His days are numbered, and that's true of all the rest of the leadership.
The hunt for the leader of ISIS is on. Developing overnight, Defense Secretary Ash Carter believes time is running out for the finding of the head of ISIS. And a meteorologist gets soaked when a baby alligator empties its bladder on him, and it was all caught on live TV. It's time to wake up in Michigan. It is Saturday, January 14th.
Live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM TV5 Wake Up.
Hey there, good morning to you. I'm Cameron Woodham. We thank you for waking up with us on a Sunday morning. No, wait, I'm jumping the gun. It's Saturday morning, but good morning to you anyway. I'm joined by, who are you?
I'm Dan Giroux.
I'm just not going to mess up anybody else's name. You might be Brian Bachman for all I know.
You never know. I mean, if you're thinking it's Sunday, it could be anything.
You could be Claire Cameron. Either way, how's the weather?
Well, the weather's looking pretty good, so we've at least got that going for us, right?
Yes.
So at least today it looks like we're going to be dealing with a mix of sun and clouds across mid-Michigan today. And then, well, it's going to get relatively chilly tonight with patchy fog. That's going to be because we're going to see relatively clear skies, and that's really going to allow a lot of that warm air to escape. Now, we'll see plenty of sun tomorrow as well. So it looks like this weekend is actually going to shape up pretty well. Here's a look at temperatures across mid-Michigan. We're looking at 19 degrees right now in Flint. It's 19 as well in Fenton, 20 in Owasso right now, but it's also 16 degrees in Lapeer, 19 in Imlay City. Now as we go a little bit more to the north, Saginaw 21, 20 in Bay City, and it's also 21 degrees right now in Midland. Other temperatures across the rest of mid-Michigan, the upper teens to around 20, so still a little bit feel on the cool side, but not terrible. Now wind chills feeling like they're closer to 20 degrees into the teens in some areas. But it is actually a little bit warmer, about 5 degrees warmer now than it was at this time yesterday. And we're also dealing with mainly cloudy skies, a few flurries. We'll let you know how long those flurries manage to last coming up in your first 1-5 7-day forecast. Cameron?
Okay, thank you, Dan. Developing this morning, Congressman and civil rights icon John Lewis has some very harsh words for the president-elect. Lewis is questioning Donald Trump's presidency.
I believe in forgiveness. I believe in trying to work with people. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult. I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president.
Lewis and at least 7 other Democrats are skipping the inauguration on Friday. Meanwhile, Republicans in Congress made their first move to dismantle President Obama's signature achievement, the Affordable Health Care Act. The House passed a budget resolution by a near-party line vote. It allows for Republican committees to begin working on legislation to repeal parts of Obamacare and to do it without the help of Democrats.
This is a critical first step toward delivering relief to Americans who are struggling under this law.
Trump tweeted yesterday, the Unaffordable Health Care Act will soon be history. The president-elect is expected to be in Washington on Monday, where preparations for the inauguration are underway. New this morning, Justice Clarence Thomas will play a role in next Friday's inaugural ceremony. Justice Thomas will swear in the Vice President-elect Mike Pence. The Chief Justice of the court usually administers the oath to the President-elect, but a variety of officials have overseen the oath to the Vice President-elect. Pence has taken on a lead role in choosing the next person to fill the Supreme Court seat left vacant by Antonin Scalia. Justice Thomas is a strict constitutionalist and, like Scalia, part of the court's conservative wing. And count on TV5 to bring you all the latest coverage on the transition of President-elect Trump to president. We'll have it for you on air, online, and on your mobile device. Developing overnight, loud protests greeted the appearance of a conservative commentator at UC Davis, but before the man could even take the stage, organizers pulled the plug. The rowdy shut down Milo protesters was held to stop a speech by Breitbart editor Milo Yiannopoulos. Protesters claim that he is sexist and racist. He and Martin Shkreli had to push through crowds to leave the campus. Shkreli gained notoriety in 2015 when the pharmaceutical company he ran raised the price of a drug used by HIV patients by 5,000%.
Progressivism is about having a conversation. I was hoping that UCD would have an open dialogue about important topics.
A petition attempting to stop the event circulated earlier, but university officials say it was the protest that convinced them to pull the plug. Also developing overnight, strong words from the outgoing defense secretary on the terror group ISIS. The hunt for the leader of ISIS may be intensifying. Defense Secretary Ash Carter says the U.S. doesn't know exactly where he is, but he is making it clear that there is fresh intelligence out there. Military and intelligence officials will not say if the information comes from overhead surveillance, by drone, aircraft, or intercepting communications, or detainees who have been willing to talk.
Anticipate that Baghdadi and other senior ISIL leaders have been moving around.
Iraqi militias now insist that he is hiding west of Mosul, not far from the Syrian border. A U.S. official says the military is aware of some movement in the last few weeks. New this morning, it's been 1 week since a gunman opened fire at the airport in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, killing 5 people. Last night, mourners gathered at the airport for a moment of reflection. The mayor and the Broward County Aviation Department hosted the event for airport employees to help them with the healing process. Afterwards, the baggage claim area where the shooting took place was reopened for service. The suspected gunman is being held without bond. New overnight, fire crews knocked down a fire at a home. It happened in the 6100 block of Eldon Road in Mount Morris Township. Fire officials say the home is vacant. There were no injuries. The cause of that fire is still unknown. An 11-year-old boy arrested following a crime spree, and it was all caught on camera. This is surveillance video of Tabby and Jack's pet supply store and doggy daycare in Fitchburg, Wisconsin. It's just one of the businesses police say were targeted by an 11-year-old thief. We're not showing his face because of his age, but store managers say he made off with $180 in cash. Police said the boy, along with a 25-year-old man, his mother's boyfriend, hit up about a dozen other businesses across the city.
We definitely don't come across 11-year-olds committing these sorts of crimes on a very regular basis. It's really unfortunate.
Police say they caught up to the boy at a Walmart where they found credit cards from employees that he had stole from their various stores. Well, if you pick up an alligator, it's wise to beware of its teeth.
No doubt, but as one meteorologist learned, that's not the only end to keep your eye on. It's your morning talker.
Cleveland, Ohio meteorologist Jeff Tanchak got a surprise when he was doing a live report by holding a baby alligator at the Cleveland Outdoor Adventure Show.
So I'm holding an alligator right now. Does anybody want to hold this or no? Okay, no. Oh, you can't. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God. Super soaker. We got to get that on film.
There we go.
I forgot to tape that end up.
Oh, dear. The reptile's keeper may have called it Gatorade.
But really what doused the Cleveland's weatherman was more organic, and the best part of that is his face. There was something that he wanted to say that he was holding back because he was on live TV.
Yeah, I can imagine, and that's not, oh boy, just looking at that, I would be very upset. Very upset.
I suppose it could have been worse, but
it could have. It really could have.
And just for the record, we don't do reptiles here on this show. No, thank you. No snakes, no reptiles, no nothing. It is, though, 8:08, and we've got more of TV5 News coming up, including a girl that has been abducted as a baby is found 18 years later. We'll tell you what her accused kidnapper could be facing now. Plus, Johnny Depp's divorce is now final. Find out what his ex did with her settlement. And Aldi's is having a hiring event today. Straight ahead, we'll tell you what positions they're looking to fill.
I have a history in news, for sure. Almost half my life, I've been reporting the news. So when I say news is my life, that's not just an expression, that's a reality. This is a great area. People have been wonderful to me, very warm and welcoming. And because I really love the connection we have with our viewers and with each other, yeah, coming to work is a great experience.
Frank Turner, weeknights on WNEM TV5 News at 7 and 10 p.m. on My5 TV.
You know, Mason, folks love Fast Eddie's Car Wash and Oil Change Centers.
Like our Fast Eddie's full-service oil change, along with our 21-point inspection.
And they like our prices, too.
With our unlimited membership program, you can wash your car every day for a year for just $250, 6 months for just $125, or monthly for $24.95.
And if for any reason you don't like your car wash,
we'll give them faster dirt.
Only at Fast Eddie's Car Wash and Oil Change Centers. Fast Eddie's.
A name you can trust.
Godwin's Furniture and Mattress brings in the new year with a huge New Year's sale. Through Monday only at Godwin's, take advantage of huge New Year's savings store-wide. Sectionals just $9.99. TV stands $3.79. Recliner with heat and massage only $4.99. All trees $3.99. 6-piece dining sets just $7.99. Beauty Rest Queen mattress sets from $3.99. Choose coupon savings up to $500 or 0% APR till 2019. Hurry, sale ends Monday.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big. Because right now, you'll get an 11% rebate on everything in the store, including thousands of sale items. Whether it's simple updates or large renovations, you'll save 11% on all of it. Now's the perfect time to finish those projects and get ready for the next big thing. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale price items, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The Outdoorsman with Buck McNeely, Saturday night at 11:35 on WNEM TV5.
Happening today, Aldi, the grocery store chain, is hosting a hiring blitz here in mid-Michigan. The company is hoping to fill up to 100 associate and manager trainee positions. The event for associates will take place at the Holiday Inn Express in Birch Run. The one for the manager trainees will be at the Doubletree Hotel in Bay City. Each will run from 7 in the morning until 5 this evening. It is 8:11 still to come. This morning, the new U.S. Mint coin will be released later this year. Find out why this coin is going to make history. And there's a live look at Saginaw now, nice and quiet as we take a live look at Genesee Street. We've got plenty more news coming up for you when TV5 Wake Up continues.
Be safe, be informed. WNEM First Warn 5 coverage you can count on.
John, we're giving you a raise.
That's fantastic, but I'm gonna pass.
Are you okay?
Honey, you got another present.
No, thank you, Dad.
Who says no to more? Spectrum gives you more. Like more free HD, plus free primetime on demand, so you can watch whatever you want, when you want. Spectrum TV for $29.99 a month. Call 844-255-2999. And Spectrum gives you the fastest internet, starting at 60 megabits per second with no data caps, plus a free modem. Spectrum Internet for $29.99 a month. Add unlimited nationwide calling with no added taxes or fees. Spectrum Voice for $29.99 a month.
We can call on Rose as much as we want now.
And switching is easy. Plus, there's no contracts to sign. Would Rex pass up more beef stew? I don't think so. Say yes to more. Switch to Spectrum for free HD, the fastest internet, and unlimited calling for $29.99 a month each. Call 844-255-2999 today. Say yes to more. Call now.
There's furniture you buy and furniture you treasure. At Amish Reflections of Midland, we specialize in custom orders with your choice of fabrics, colors, and styles to match your home and decor, and all built to last a lifetime.
Join us next week for our semi-annual sale. Every item in the store is 10% off. Sofas, tables, bedroom sets, even custom orders, all 10% off. Browse now and save during next week's sale.
Amish Reflections on the Circle in Midland, putting the custom back in customer.
Hello, people. I'm Joel McHale, host of the People's Choice Awards. And as one of the people, I wanted you people to get an early glimpse at the award that we people will be giving to the other people. Hey, there you are. What do you mean I shouldn't be allowed to write my own material? I thought it was fine. Are you going to be nitpicking me this whole time? But this tux looks great. I think it looks amazing. And you should be talking. You're the one who's naked on national television.
The People's Choice Awards live, CBS Wednesday, or stream it live. We ask the tough questions for you. Investigative news coverage you can count on.
The Saginaw Spirit and McLaren Bay region believe that mental health issues should be talked about openly without shame or stigma.
So please join us on Wednesday, January 25th for the TV5 Mental Health Awareness Phone Bank from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Mental health professionals will be ready to take your call and get you the help you need.
And join us Saturday, January 28th at the Dow Event Center for the 3rd annual Talk Today, Hope for Tomorrow Evening of Mental Health Awareness, brought to you by McLaren Bay Region and the Saginaw Spirit.
According to the clock on the wall here at TV5, it is 8:15, straight up and down. Good morning to you in Bay City, where it is 20 degrees. Meteorologist Andrew will have your full forecast coming up in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the stories that are trending right now on WNEM.com. A newborn baby taken from a Jacksonville, Florida hospital 18 years ago has been found alive. The now 18-year-old woman was located in Waterboro, South Carolina yesterday. Police charged a 50-year-old woman with kidnapping and interference of custody. There's no statute of limitations in this case, so the kidnapper could face life in prison. For the first time in American history, the U.S. Mint coin will feature an African-American woman as Lady Liberty. The new commemorative coin from the U.S. Mint and Treasury features this depiction. This is Lady Liberty. She has a crown of stars in her hair and a toga-like dress with 4 inscriptions, including the words, Liberty and In God We Trust. The back depicts a bold and powerful eagle in flight. The new 24-karat gold coin will be released this April. And it's official, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are now divorced, according to People.com. Heard filed for the split from the Rum Diary co-star back in May, accusing Depp of domestic abuse. The couple had been married for only 15 months when the explosive court battle began. Now that the divorce is final, the $7 million settlement Heard requested will be now donated to charity. Married for 15 months and she ain't keeping none of it? All right, going to a good cause, though. Remember, you can get up to the minute headlines all day long. Just head to our website, WNEM.com.
Certified most accurate by Weather Rate. Now your First Warn 5 forecast with meteorologist Dan Giroux.
Well, it looks like we have a weekend we can get outside and enjoy. Finally, it looks like we'll be dealing with a good dose of sunshine and not much in the way of rain, snow, any of that fun stuff. Here's a look at First Warn 5 Pinpoint Doppler, live from MBS in 3D. It's quiet out there this morning. There are a few flurries that are sneaking under the radar right now, but outside of that, it is relatively quiet across mid-Michigan. So let's go ahead and jump outside right now to Bay City. We're looking at 21 degrees. It feels like it's 21 degrees because we've got calm winds, but take a look at the scenery behind me. Just a few high, thin clouds outside of that. Relatively quiet, and we're not going to be dealing with much more than that today. So let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures across the rest of mid-Michigan. We're looking at 19 degrees right now in Flint. It's 21 in Saginaw and Midland. We're looking at 20 right now in Van Ax, 19 in Clare, and 15 currently in Houghton Lake, one of the cooler spots on the map right now. Now, the coolest of the air, well, that's still to our north and to the west. Fargo, 1 degree. It's 7 degrees in Minneapolis, and a little bit warmer to the south. Now, if there is a little bit of good news, is that all of that cold air will stay to our north. High pressure in control over mid-Michigan right now, and to our south, we do have another system, but that should actually stay to our south, and we're not as concerned about that. A little bit closer to home, just dealing with a few of those high, thin clouds, and they're starting to thin out a little bit more right around US 10 and even into that 127 corridor as well. And also dealing with a few flurries, but nothing really major this morning to hinder anything. Here's a look at your First Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast starting at 8 a.m., dealing with those thin clouds across mid-Michigan to start. And then as we go through the afternoon, notice how some of those clouds do manage to clear out. We've got one little line that still needs to work through mid-Michigan before we finally start to see some more clearing overnight. But also notice when we wake up tomorrow morning, this is 8 a.m., we're dealing with a few areas of patchy clouds. Those aren't clouds. Well, I mean, technically they are, but this is actually fog. So this could hinder any driving times that you have tomorrow morning. So just be aware of that as you head out tomorrow morning, just in case you give yourself a little extra time because of that patchy fog. The rest of the day actually looking very good. This is 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, and we're dealing with plenty of sunshine and not much to really worry about until we get to Monday, and even then it looks like it'll be later on Monday. The rest of our day today, highs right around 30 degrees. We'll see decreasing clouds over the course of the day with winds out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then overnight, we can expect temperatures to dip down into the middle teens with partly cloudy skies and a little bit of patchy fog. Your first 7-day forecast, well, we can expect above average temperatures to be the norm into next week with a wintry storm that we have to keep an eye on for early next week as well.
Did you say the magic words, winter storm?
Not what you're looking for, though.
Okay. Well, I'm looking for that 9 feet of snow.
Not even close. Not even going to be 9 inches. Not even going to be 2 inches more than likely.
All right, fine. Yeah. You're no fun.
I know.
All right, thank you, Dan. TV5 News Time is 8:19. Still to come this morning, a Trump White House without a four-legged friend would break a long, historic record. Still ahead, we'll take a look back at some of the most popular tenants.
It is the high versus the hill, edition number 1. Highlights straight ahead in Sports Extra.
Weather first. Every night on WNEM TV5 News at 10 p.m. on My 5. Weather first. It's Mid-Michigan's most accurate forecast. Weather first. Every night at 10. Only on My 5 TV.
Wet, damp, musty, leaky. Does this describe your basement? Basement water problems only get worse over time. And now is the best time to fix that leaky basement before the spring thaw. Call Foundation Systems of Michigan, the leader in waterproofing and foundation repair solutions. Take advantage of our winter special. We're offering the best pricing of the year and 4 years interest-free financing. Call Foundation Systems of Michigan today.
Call 877
Garber Chevrolet in Midland is #1 in sales and #1 in customer satisfaction, with the highest customer satisfaction rating in the region. And we're celebrating with more savings for you during our satisfaction sales event.
This month, save on a 2017 Chevy Equinox, now just $91 a month. Or drive a 2017 Chevy Malibu for an amazing $171 a month. Chevy, find new roads.
Garber Chevrolet in Midland at the corner of Saginaw and Eastman. Online at garberchevrolet.com.
Eyeglass World salutes Haley, who could have booked a nice hotel off the interstate, but for half the price, booked a cabin off the grid. Not surprisingly, Haley shops at Eyeglass World, where she gets the styles she loves, her glasses the very same day, and 2 pairs for just $78. Eyeglass World. See yourself smile. See yourself save. Now open and ready to see you in Flint.
At WNEM TV5 News, we never stop until we uncover the stories that matter to you and your family.
So when you stay up with TV5 News at 11, we make you this pledge.
You'll get the newest and most up-to-date information on breaking news.
We'll keep digging for you, holding officials and people in power accountable.
And we pledge to prepare you for tomorrow with your First Warn 5 forecast.
Get today's top stories and tomorrow's forecast in the first 10 minutes only on WNEM TV5 News at 11.
Hi, I'm Stephen Colbert.
And I'm James Corden.
And I'm the host of The Late Show.
It's not enough time.
CBS Late Night is on a roll. We're just 2 cool dudes who are ready to take comedy head on.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and The Late Late Show with James Corden. The cutting edge in late night.
Colbert!
Corden!
Late Show!
Late Late Show's still not there! Weeknights. Only CBS.
The Doctors, weekdays at 3 on WNEM TV5.
Well, tracking winter weather is a far different animal than what we tend to see in the summer months. Systems tend to move in more slowly, so we have a little bit more time to prepare. But the effects of a big winter storm can last for days. It's our job to let you know what's happening hour by hour and provide you with Mid-Michigan's most accurate snow predictions. And with Mid-Michigan's only live Doppler radar, we can show you exactly where the most snow will fall.
Be safe, be informed. WNEM First Warn 5. Winter weather coverage you can count on. Now, with coverage you can count on, you're watching Sports Extra.
It is simply the one matchup that you circle on your calendar when the schedule is released. The High versus the Hill, a game that is simply the Super Bowl for the great people of Saginaw. CMU head football coach John Bonamigo taking in the action. Arthur Hill out to a strong start in this one, already up 7 in the first quarter. Reggie Williams with the steal on one end and the slam on the other. 15 for him. Lumberjacks lead up to 9. Trojans battle back. Second quarter, Saginaw up now 4. Ronquavius southward with a sweet dish to Henry Spite inside for the tough bucket. Game high 22 for Henry. Saginaw by 6. Then Spite helps grow that lead to 10 in the third. First the board, then the bucket, and the bonus. 33-23 after he completes the old-fashioned 3. The Hill getting the home fans pumped up in the 4. Dion Hardy with the tomahawk dunk there. Just 20 seconds later, Burt Brown throws down the alley-oop. Too little, too late. They still trail by 11 after that, and the High takes it by the final score of 62-49.
It's just a hard thing. We want to play hard with heart. Don't let them take our heart. That's what we did tonight. We're satisfied right now with the victory. You know, I'm going to go down there and tell the guys, celebrate for an hour or two, but after this, we got to get back to work. Arthur Hill played a great game. You know, they attacked us, you know, and they kept fighting. And the guys, I'm proud of my guys for not giving up.
It's just hard. The people that ain't never been in it don't really understand how complicated and things can be with this game. So, you know, we just glad it's over. We ready to move on.
Flint's Anthony the Dog Durrell looking for his 30th career victory in the boxing ring against Norbert Nebasabadi. Durrell ripping his opponent to the body here in the third, and when you shake your head no, it usually means that you did get hurt. The Dog digging into Nebasabadi again in the 5th, and the 21-year-old can't answer the bell for the 7th round. Durrell with the TKO. He's now 31-1 for his career.
All right, thank you, Scott. It is 8:25. Still to come, President-elect Donald Trump won't be the only one busy on Inauguration Day. Find out how President Obama plans to spend his day. Dan, good morning.
Good morning, Cameron. Temperatures are going to be on the upswing this week. We'll let you know how warm it does manage to get and how long that sticks around with us. Coming up in your first 7-day forecast.
And there's a live look now at WNEM.com. That's where we've got all the hot videos from the web. You can check out the Trending Now section on the right-hand side of the homepage.
Cozy TV, now available over the air on WNEM Channel 5.3.
I think my favorite part about waking up with Craig, Sarah, and Morgan is just mainly because it's just a loose environment. We all really generally like each other. We work so hard to get the forecast right. That's priority number one. But the morning show, we have more opportunities to have some fun. Sarah and I get to do the 9 o'clock show, which is really fun. It's really just a more relaxed environment.
Join Chris Eastlick on TV5 Wake Up starting at 4:30 a.m. Coverage you can count on.
Rich finishes, beautiful colors, over 1,000 fabrics and leathers to choose from. With Art Sample Homes custom furniture, you can design every room to match your own unique style. And every stylish piece is handcrafted here in North America with only the highest quality materials, and we'll have it ready in about 30 days. Art Sample Home custom furniture. Start designing, start loving, and take advantage of 24 months interest-free at Art Sample Home in Saginaw.
It's been cold. This is January. I'm Steve Cook from the Cook GM Superstore Ambassador, and that means it's time for the biggest indoor sale of the winter. The 29th Cook GM Super Indoor Sale is this Saturday, January 14th. We're filling the showroom and the service department with new Buicks, new Chevrolets, pre-owned cars, trucks, including diesels. Every single vehicle will be marked with the lowest price in Michigan. This Saturday, all day long, it's the Cook GM Super Indoor Sale, M15 Top of the Hill in Bassett.
For a person to go to jail for 3 days to wind up dead, you know, it's a lot of questions. When I found out about it, it was unreal because he was just in there for a traffic ticket. Almost 3 hours that he was dead. They're supposed to check him every 15 minutes, and nobody checked him. It wasn't even about the money. We're talking about Justin. He fought good for my rights. I recommend it to anybody. Anybody. Dan fought for me, and he'll fight for you.
The emotional burden of debt. Not everyone can understand it. The worry, the endless collection calls. We know what it's like to be in your shoes. We're the providers of Care One Debt Relief Services. We know because Bernie Dancel, who created Care One, overcame his battle with debt. And because we've helped over 5 million people just like you. We help consolidate your unsecured debt into one affordable monthly payment. For your free personalized plan, call our certified credit counselors or visit careoneworks.com.
Weather first. Every night on WNEM TV5 News at 10 p.m. on My 5. Weather first. Because you told us it matters more than anything else at 10. Weather first. Because you told us an accurate forecast helps you plan your day. Weather first. Your first Warn 5 forecast at the start of the newscast before anything else. It's Mid-Michigan's most accurate forecast. Weather first. Every night at 10. Only on My 5 TV.
WNEM's First Warn 5 Pinpoint Doppler Radar is brought to you by Eaton Insurance Agency, your local auto owner's agent.
It's classified and we can't tell you anything. All I can tell you is the FBI director has no credibility.
FBI Director James Comey is facing new controversy at a confidential briefing developing this morning. We'll tell you what reignited anger against him.
A few clouds are out there this morning, and even a few flurries as well. We'll let you know how long that lasts coming up in your First Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast.
You know, in a decade, no one has ever done that. Well done.
This woman takes this reporter's question a little too seriously. We'll tell you what she said that had them both busting into laughter. It's time to wake up in Michigan. It is Saturday, January 14th.
Live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM TV5 Wake Up.
And thanks for waking up with us on Saturday morning. I almost did it again. I'm Cameron Riddle.
And I'm Dan Giroux.
We've got all those stories and more coming up in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the weather on a Saturday. How's it looking?
Not too bad today. Temperatures actually close to average. Plenty of sunshine. Well, eventually. I mean, not right this instant, but I think we're going to be looking pretty good today. Here's a look at your weather story this morning. Oh, hey, forgot to fast forward through the graphics. There we go. Much better. We're going to be dealing with a little bit of sun, a little bit of clouds today across mid-Michigan. And, well, those skies will be clearing throughout the day. That's going to lead to a relatively chilly night and some patchy fog across mid-Michigan as well, especially as those temperatures manage to get closer to our dew point. We'll be dealing with plenty of sun for tomorrow as well. So it looks like this weekend shaping up to be pretty nice. Here's a look at temperatures across mid-Michigan right now. We're looking at 19 degrees right now in Flint. It's currently 20 degrees in Owasso. And we're looking at 16 right now in Lapeer, 20 in Imlay City. Now a little bit more to the north, Saginaw, 21, same for Midland. And we're looking at 20 degrees right now in Bay City. The rest of mid-Michigan generally in the mid-teens to around 20 degrees. So all in all, relatively quiet. Now, temperatures, while they might feel a little bit on the cold side, are about 5 to almost 10 degrees warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. And those temperatures only going to go up from here. Winds, not a major factor this morning. So we really don't have to worry about wind chills. First Warn 5 Sky Tracker showing we do have some clouds across mid-Michigan and even a few flurries as well. But most of this will begin to diminish as we go through the rest of the day. We'll talk more about that coming up in your First Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast in just a few minutes. Cameron?
All right, Dan. Developing this morning, FBI Director James Comey is under fire from both Republicans and Democrats. Yesterday, House Democrats left a confidential briefing with Comey on Russia. They were fuming. Democrats are mad about his decision not to sign on to an October letter from the intelligence community saying Russia was behind the election hacks and his refusal to speak publicly about ongoing investigations.
You didn't say one way or another whether even there's an investigation underway.
Correct. I don't, especially in a public forum, we never confirm or deny a pending investigation.
The Department of Justice Inspector General is investigating Comey's actions before the election, including his decision to hold an unprecedented press conference last July, closing the investigation into Hillary Clinton's emails and then breaking with DOJ policy by sending a letter just before the election alerting Congress that he was renewing a probe into her private server. New this morning, President Obama will hold his final news conference on Wednesday afternoon It will be held inside the White House briefing room. The news conference will come just 2 days before his term ends and President-elect Donald Trump is sworn into office. President Obama delivered his farewell address to the nation this past Tuesday in Chicago. And Inauguration Day will be all about the incoming president, but the outgoing commander-in-chief will be pretty busy as well. Before President Obama can drop the mic on his time in the White House, he and First Lady will host a small reception for Donald Trump and his wife. The couple will then motorcade over to the U.S. Capitol for Trump's swearing-in and inauguration address. Later, the Obamas will depart the U.S. Capitol and fly to Andrews Air Force Base, where they will bid a final farewell to their staff. President and Mrs. Obama will then board a presidential aircraft for the final time to a destination that has yet to be announced. Well, some of the most popular tenants of the White House have not been presidents, but their pets. The Trump family, though, does not have a pet that we know of, meaning he could be the first president in about 150 years without a pet, and many are wondering if that will change once they move into the White House, especially a woman who has a real passion for presidential pets. Weijia Jiang introduces us.
Long before Beau and Sonny Obama stole our hearts, there was Barney Bush, and before that, Buddy and Socks the cat.
Over 400 animals went through the White House.
84-year-old Claire McLean became fascinated with them all after a lucky encounter with a presidential pooch named Lucky.
She was rambunctious and had a mind of her own. She was even pulling President Reagan in the Rose Garden.
McLean was an expert on the breed known as Bouvier de Flanders, so when the Reagans got a puppy in 1985, she was asked to groom it and secretly saved a souvenir.
I swept up the hair, put it in a brown paper bag, and stuck out of the White House with it.
Lucky inspired McLean's mother to paint this portrait. Yep, that's Lucky's hair. Then the painting inspired her. McLean started hunting for presidential pet memorabilia. In 1999, she had enough to open a museum in Maryland. Statues, books, vintage pictures, even a bell said to belong to President William Taft's milk cow.
It changed my life by giving me something to be very passionate about.
It's not just the animal she is drawn to, it's their role in U.S. history.
You can teach children and adults about the presidents of the United States and about the history of the country through the pets easier than you can through anything else.
Like the country, pets have changed over time. President Benjamin Harrison's grandchildren had a goat named Whiskers. Teddy Roosevelt had all sorts of pets, including exotic birds, and a pony for his son Quentin. And who could forget Caroline Kennedy on her pony, Macaroni?
First families with pets makes people feel like they're just like us.
McLean wants to share the memories, but her museum closed 6 years ago. Now she's looking for a new curator who's as passionate about presidential pets. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Washington.
The Presidential Pet Museum could soon have a new owner. The sale is in its final stages. In the meantime, you can check out McLean's entire collection online. In more local news, a local lawmaker is pushing to keep the memory of a fallen officer alive. State Senator, Jim Ananich is reintroducing a bill to name a section of US 23 in Genesee County Sergeant Joe Johnson Memorial. Johnson, a Flint native, was killed in combat in Afghanistan in 2012. A previous bill to rename the road stalled in the House. Well, a jogger took a reporter's question a little too literally.
And that gave one memorable response. It's your morning talker.
Erica O'Donnell was jogging in an Australia park when a reporter attempted to ask her a question about exercise practices.
He first asked for her name before adding, could you spell first and last?
And then this happened.
F-I-R-S-T-L-A-S-T.
I meant your first and last name.
Once the reporter began laughing, she realized her mistake.
And as you can see there, they both got a good laugh out of it afterwards. The thing is, though, she answered the question.
She did. I mean, she gave, technically the correct response. She just didn't answer in the form of a question. I think that was probably the problem.
Yes, and I always ask people when we do interviews, I say the first question is always the easiest. What is your first and last name and your title? Yes. She did just that. TV5 News Time is 8:38. Still coming up, Zinder Snowfest is now just around the corner. Straight ahead, we'll tell you when you can get involved in all of the winter fun. And don't forget to have fun with us on our Facebook page. Like us there. We'll give you the big breaking news from across across mid-Michigan right on your Facebook feed. And here's a live look now at Midland, live from Dow Diamond, where half snow covered, half thawed out. It's a chilly morning. We'll be right back with more of TV5 Wake Up after this.
The snow is really going to pile up out there today.
As you can see at the bottom of your screen, schools are closing.
Did you know you can find out if the school is closed on the TV5 app?
I have it on my tablet, and our schools are closed today.
School closings even make us feel like kids again.
A fast, accurate TV5 on air, online, and on your mobile device. It's coverage you can count on.
Yes! I'm going back to bed.
I'm involved in the Mid-Michigan Children's Museum. Garber donated the building that the museum is housed in and has been a crucial supporter from the very beginning. It matters where I buy my car, and I buy my car at Garber because the sales staff here is exemplary. You get excellent service and excellent respect. You're never disappointed. The Great Lakes Bay region does better with Garber because Garber is a great neighbor to the entire community.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big, because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. Add flexible storage with Dakota. 11 and 3/4-inch deep 8-foot square edge shelves are $8.89 each after rebate. And for storage in your garage or workshop, get this 30-inch tool chest and cabinet combo. It's only $542.01 after rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Did you know Masonic Pathways offers so much more than simply assisted living? If you're looking for a safe and secure community that offers a variety of on-campus dining options, visit Masonic Pathways. Whether you prefer an elegant atmosphere, small neighborhood dining, a casual cafe, or even in-room breakfast, our residents eat when and where they want and enjoy open seating with their friends and family. Before you settle for less than the best, visit Masonic Pathways, where delicious dining has many doors.
Be safe, be informed. WNEM First Warn 5. Winter weather coverage you can count on.
Mark your calendars. Under Snowfest and Frankie Move kicks off on January 25th. Crews were out making snow yesterday for the annual Winter Wonderland. Even with temps heading up a bit, organizers say the sun won't melt any of the Snowfest plans.
We've actually been making snow since last weekend when it got really cold. We're making it tonight, so we have a surplus, I guess.
The annual event has something for everyone, from snow sculptures to ice carvings, fireworks, and even a petting zoo. TV5 is a proud sponsor of Snowfest. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage on air, online, and on your mobile device. TV5 News Time is 8:41. Still to come, work is set to begin on a dangerous local intersection. We'll tell you what's being done to ensure your safety at Gratiot and River Roads. And here's a live look at Saginaw this morning, where it's nice and safe as you ride down Genesee Street. More of TV5 Wake Up after this.
10 years of hockey.
10 years of life saving.
10 years of Shocks and Saves, celebrating everyday people saving lives.
Cheer on area doctors and paramedics as they play alongside Detroit Red Wings alumni for the 10th annual Pulse 3 Shocks and Saves charity hockey game.
Because together,
we can make a difference
in saving people's lives.
The 10th annual Pulse 3 Shocks and Saves game, February 4th at the Dow Event Center. Tickets start at $13 and are good for the following Saginaw Spirit game.
Hello, I'm Colette Boyd.
And I'm Stacey Irwin Oaks.
We'd like to invite you to the 5th annual Legacy Fund Gala.
This year, the Legacy Civic Fund will honor distinguished community leaders who make a difference through their civic engagement and volunteerism.
Please join us at the Temple Theater in downtown Saginaw, Sunday, January 15th at 6:30. For tickets, visit the hot link section on WNEM.com.
The money raised goes towards education, financial literacy, and health and awareness in the Tri-Cities.
We'll see you there.
Legacy, pass it on.
When winter weather hits, your best defense is continuous information.
Information from the most accurate weather team in town.
Information that starts right here in the First Warn 5 Weather Center, where we pinpoint the forecast for your neighborhood.
First-hand information from our road warriors, so you'll know before you go.
Live information for your hometown.
Up-to-the-minute school closing information to tell you if it's a late start or a day off for the kids.
Information on air, online, and on your mobile device.
Winter weather coverage you can count on. When night falls over mid-Michigan, the news doesn't stop. It just gets started. Join TV5 News at 10 on My 5 for all the breaking news and the top stories. Frank Turner and Meg McLeod bring you the day's headlines, and Chief Meteorologist Brian Bachman helps prepare you for tomorrow's weather. It's the 10 p.m. news team that works for you. The news never stops, and neither do we. WNEM TV5 News at 10 on My 5 is local news coverage you can count on.
Cozy TV, now available over the air on WNEM Channel 5.3.
Finding your best night's sleep means finding the perfect mattress. Now at Art Sample Home, this just got more affordable. Choose from Serta iComfort Hybrid, Tempur-Pedic, Perfect Sleeper, or Majestic Sleep. Available with many adjustable base options and all on sale and ready for same-day delivery. Plus, choose from free extras, free pillows, free sheets, free box spring, or a $300 gift card. All with 24 months interest-free. And all with our 120-day comfort warranty at Art Sample Home in Saginaw.
It's been called one of the most dangerous intersections in one local county, and with plenty of footage of accidents just like this one, it is easy to see why. Now a petition to do something about it has accomplished its goals, and crews are set to begin upgrading that intersection next week. TV5's Andrew Keller has the details.
Driving comes with dangers, but some believe this section of Gratiot Road at River Road in Thomas Township is more dangerous than any other stretch in Saginaw County.
Lived here all my life, and in the last, I'd say 20 years, I've seen quite a bit of bad accidents on this corner.
Spencer Hammond says the combination of heavy traffic and the absence of a left turn light creates a serious problem.
There's usually a long line, and people run red lights trying to turn after the light's been red for a while. A couple close calls I've had. But it's not smart.
Next week, the Michigan Department of Transportation will begin a 3-month project to upgrade the traffic lights at this corner. Instead of the light set diagonally across the intersection, traffic lights will hang on each corner. An MDOT spokesperson told me it's a safer configuration and improves the driver's ability to actually see the lights. But several people we spoke with tonight say that's simply not enough.
You're playing with a loaded gun every time you're trying to turn on traffic coming.
In June of 2014, 18-year-old Dakota Hill died from the injuries he sustained when his pickup truck collided with a car turning left from Gratiot onto northbound River Road. This sparked a petition for MDOT to put in a left turn lane with a left turn light.
It wouldn't take much to put one in, and it's an investment worth making. The loss of a life isn't worth the dollar signs.
MDOT's upgrade plan does not include a left turn signal, and some say until it does, the intersection will not be safe.
People do not need to be losing their life, and with that new light, I think it would save a lot of lives and a lot of times and damage.
Dangerous roads for drivers are not a trend exclusive to Michigan. According to the government estimates, the U.S. has seen a large leap in motor vehicle deaths in the last 50 years. In the first 9 months of 2016, the Department of Transportation estimates nearly 28,000 people died in car crashes. That's an 8% increase from 2015.
Certified most accurate by Weather Rate. Now your First Warn 5 forecast with meteorologist Dan Giroux.
Good morning. If you're looking for something to brighten up your day or even your weekend, how about sunshine? Because it looks like we're going to get a good dose of that across mid-Michigan this weekend. And that's also going to mean not much in the way of rain or snow. Here's a look at First Warn 5 Pinpoint Doppler, live from MBS in 3D. And it's relatively quiet out there right now. We do have a few flurries trying to fly in under the radar. Outside of that, it is all quiet. So let's go ahead and jump outside right now in Saginaw. It's 21 degrees. It feels like it's 21 with those winds out of the south at 3 miles per hour. We really don't have much in the way of winds either, as we do have high pressure overhead, and that is going to mean good things for us the rest of our day. So let's take a look at temperatures across the rest of mid-Michigan. Generally in the teens to around 20 degrees. It's 19 right now in Flint, 21 as we mentioned in Saginaw, 21 as well in Midland, 20 currently in Bay City. And as you head north of about US 10, we're looking at temperatures generally in the teens. Now, the core of this cold air well off to our north into the west and it's going to stay there, in fact, as we do manage to see high pressure slide to the east, but it's not going to be dragging this cold air with it, and that's going to be very good news for us here the next couple of days. Now, there is a system to our south as well, but this high pressure that's overhead right now is going to keep this system at bay and to our south, so we don't have to worry about any of the messy weather that they're seeing in through Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and points southward. We're going to be looking high and dry across mid-Michigan, and we're also dealing with just a few clouds across the area as well. Very thin clouds at this, and we're seeing a few flurries, but outside of that, it's relatively quiet across mid-Michigan, and we don't really have much to worry about. Here's a look at your first 1 5-hour-by-hour forecast starting at 8 a.m. this morning. Continuing to deal with a few of those clouds, and as we go through the rest of our day, we actually do see a little bit of clearing and then one last line of cloud cover moving through. But when you wake up tomorrow morning, just note that we're going to be dealing with a little bit of fog. This isn't cloud cover. This is actually fog in very patchy spots. So give yourself a little extra time as you travel tomorrow morning. But the rest of our day looking high and dry and plenty of sunshine as well. So the rest of our day shaping up to be mainly cloudy with clearing skies later on in the day. Temperatures right around 30 degrees with winds out of the west at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then overnight we can expect temperatures to drop down into the middle teens under partly cloudy skies, and those falling temperatures will allow a little patchy fog to form as well. Your first 1 5 7-day forecast, expect those temperatures to really increase as we get into the middle of next week. Well above average for this time of year. Our main concern is going to be Monday into Tuesday when we see a storm come through, bringing us a little mix of rain and some snow as well. Cameron?
All right. Thank you, Dan. In dollars and cents, 3 former executives of the Japanese airbag maker Takata have been indicted over the company's exploding airbags. Yesterday, Takata pleaded guilty to corporate criminal charges and agreed to pay a $1 billion fine. Nearly a dozen deaths in the United States and 180 injuries are to blame on shrapnel throwing from the airbags. The problem led to a 42 million vehicle recall, the largest in the industry's history. Nintendo has unveiled its latest effort to win over console gamers. This is the Switch. It's a handheld system that can transform into a home console. It's the first wave of titles featuring such iconic Nintendo franchises like Mario and Legends of Zelda. Some good games right there, boy. It goes on sale worldwide on March 3rd for $299. And Sony Entertainment CEO Michael Leighton is leaving the company. Leighton became well known during the 2014 hack of Sony Movies Studios that leaked embarrassing emails. That cyber attack was linked to North Korea as a retaliation for the film The Interview. Leighton has worked at Sony for the past 13 years and is leaving to become the chairman of Snap Incorporated. That's the company that owns Snapchat. It is 8:51, and coming up this morning, an avalanche burst through a home's window, and it was all caught on camera. And here's a live look in Bay City, where there's not that much snow on the ground, but the river is still frozen. We'll be right back with more of TV5 Wake Up after this.
I really love the connection we have with our viewers and with each other. You know, when you do what you love, then you can spend every day loving what you do.
Frank Turner, weeknights on WNEM TV5 News at 7 and 10 p.m. on My5 TV. Dr. Phil, weekdays at 4 on WNEM TV5.
The Secret Life of Pets.
Want a TV experience that gives you more? With the fastest in-home Wi-Fi and the most streaming content, Xfinity gives you more ways to watch more entertainment. And now to save more money, too. The Xfinity Lock and Go event. For a limited time, lock in a special rate until January 2019. Get more to stream to any screen. And now enjoy the same low rate for 2 full years. Get started with Xfinity X1 and the fastest in-home Wi-Fi and lock in your rate until 2019. Or ask how to upgrade for $400 back. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today.
Get into Draper today for the huge indoor used car sale. Prices starting from $19.95. Super low interest rates, and the first 20 buyers receive a Visa gift card up to $500. It's going on today from 9 to 5, inside, out of the cold. Only at Draper in Saginaw Township.
Hello, I'm Fuad Fakouri, the new music director of the Saginaw Bay Symphony Orchestra. Join me for a concert inspired by music from the Americas. At this performance, we will be joined by the dynamic piano duo Anderson and Drow.
we will perform one of our favorite pieces of all time, Francis Poulenc's scintillating concerto for 2 pianos and orchestra. The concert will take place at 8 p.m. at the Temple Theater.
For tickets, call 989-754-SHOW or online at SaginawBayOrchestra.com.
On Saturday night, the Saginaw Spirit take on the London Knights for Can Council's Superhero Night. For tickets and more information, log on to SaginawSpirit.com.
The cold weather is here. Save on your heating bill this winter by stopping in to the Colonel Burner. Come see our wide selection of Harman wood, pellet, and gas home heating units and save up to $100. That's right, save up to $100. Harman stoves are energy efficient and cost effective. The Colonel Burner has the heating solution for your home or cabin. Let us fit you into the right stove for your home. Don't let another heating season pass without stopping in. The time is right to save at the Colonel Burner.
Women's professional tennis comes to Midland January 29th to February 5th. It's the Dow Tennis Classic. Activities for the whole family, plus great food and world-class tennis. Call 631-6151 for tickets or dowtennisclassic.com.
New on Wake Up, take a look at this. An avalanche burst into a home in California. The video comes from a camera that was rolling inside the house. Luckily, no one was inside the home at the time. The avalanche came amid a few rounds of winter storms going through the region. A nearby ski resort reporting receiving not 1, not 3, not 6, but 9 inches. Scratch that. I just ruined that. 9 feet of fresh snow. 9 inches wouldn't be anything.
No. But, you know, I have to wonder, and I feel like I can say this because nobody was in the house at the time. How do you clean that out? Do you get a plow in there, or how does that work?
I don't know. You better do something before it melts, because then that's residue, that's water damage.
A lot of water. Needless to say, I don't think we're going to be dealing with a lot of water around here. Right. This weekend looking pretty nice with temperatures relatively close to average for this time of year. It's Monday into Tuesday that we have to worry about our next storm, and that could get kind of messy, especially Tuesday morning.
All right, well, that is going to do it for us on a Saturday morning edition of TV5 Wake Up. I'm Cameron Riddle for meteorologist Dan Giroux. We thank you for joining us. The news continues tonight at 6, 10, and 11, and CBS This Morning is next.